Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Ron here, and I would just like to give all of you guys a very big thank you for so many reasons. First of which, that we hit 25k subscribers recently, which is awesome. I really didn't think that we would hit that this year. I was optimistic, I would say, at the start of this year by saying 20k, because people had asked me last year what I would like to get to, and I figured this year maybe 20. I thought that would be cool, but even if we didn't hit that, that would also be awesome. And we've exceeded that. We're up to 25, which is kind of crazy. We were at 8 at the very start of this year. So we've kind of tripled the numbers since last year, which is absolutely insane. Thanks everybody for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. Thanks for all of the very nice comments. I get basically nothing but very nice comments and a few confusing comments, but I think those are ran through Google Translate maybe one too many times. The vast majority of comments that I get from you guys are just nothing but positive and nothing but very nice. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate all of the very civil and nice interactions that we can have together. You guys are also great for communicating very well amongst one another. So if anybody else needs help, there's always somebody there that can help them out, which is pretty awesome. So this year has been interesting, to say the least, for the channel. I've gotten to meet a whole lot of really great people. We've gotten to do a whole lot of stuff. Like, we're still currently doing a charity stream. Usually I try to do charity streams once a month, but for December I try to do it all throughout the month of December. And right now we've already exceeded one of the goals for the first charity that I was a part of, which was Creators for a Cause, which that was really awesome. That's going to be appearing on a couple different people's channels though, so be on the lookout for that. And let's see, that one is benefiting the American National Suicide Prevention Association, I believe is what it's called. I might be getting that last word wrong. Maybe it's foundation. But yeah, thanks everybody for donating towards that. Those are for mental health services, which is really awesome. Right now, we're currently doing a charity campaign for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is one of my favorite charities to work with. They are absolutely awesome, and they've been so kind over the last couple of years to invite me to the St. Jude's Play Live. So that's been really cool, and I think it's just a fantastic charity. I mean, there's been a lot that's happened this year. They've sent me like 3 shirts, which is very nice of them. I was sent this earlier this month, which you guys, I think, had seen in an earlier video, or maybe it was the end of last month. I don't recall. Either way, very cool that there's so many things like this that I've also gotten. And one of the coolest things is that this has basically become my job now. Previously, I had been working a pretty normal job. I'd been working a part-time job as well as doing kind of odd jobs and juggling YouTube. So I was kind of doing 3 things at once. And then from this year, I've basically just been able to put everything into just this, into doing YouTube videos, into doing live streams. And the support has been incredible. Thank you guys so very much for allowing me to do this just as like a job. That's really cool. It's not really something that I ever had planned with this channel. When I first started it a couple years ago, I think it's been about 6 years now, my main goal was not necessarily to turn this into a job or anything. It was mostly just to kind of like hang out and provide something that I thought was fun and entertaining. I started out just making really, really crappy videos. If you look back on the channel, they were not that great. I didn't have great lighting or audio or anything, and I didn't understand any of that. I still feel like I had a good amount of passion when I started, so maybe that somewhat carried through, I hope, because that's basically all I wanted to do. I had seen people on the internet over the last year, a couple years before that, people like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye I really looked up to, that really inspired me as well to just kind of like start doing videos like this and just try to make something that was entertaining and to raise money for charity. I wanted to do that more than like anything else. Those were like my 2 goals, to entertain people and like raise money for charity, and that was like the only goals I had going into YouTube. And coming from absolutely no background on how to do any of this, I didn't know how to do any sort of editing. I didn't know how to do any sort of on-camera performance or anything like that. I didn't know how to really talk, so it felt really strange for like the first couple months of me just like talking to a camera and talking into a mic. it's pretty common now. I think live streaming certainly helped with that quite a bit over the last couple of years, because I have been live streaming, I think, for the last, I think it's been 3 years at least. And that's when I started trying to do as much charity work as I could. So thank you guys all so very much who have helped out with any of the charities and helped out with just supporting me in general. That is really awesome of you guys. I really do appreciate that. I think in total now we've raised over $10,000 for charity, which is amazing. I somewhat have a goal in my head at some point to hit maybe $1 million for charity. I would really like to do that. I think that would really be awesome. I don't know how long that will take, but I'm willing to go for it if you guys are willing to stick around and kind of help me out with that. Let's see, is there anything else that I'm forgetting right now? There's probably some other stuff. I didn't really go into this with a plan. I just wanted to say thank you guys so very much, and that was about it. I hope you guys are all just having a great month, having a great year. And if you're not, then I hope that some of these videos or some of these interactions or some of the interactions with the community can kind of help you out in some ways. I know that this time of the year can be kind of rough for some people. And, if you ever want to be part of our community, feel free to be. We're pretty chill around here. Feel free to join our Discord or talk in the comments, whatever it might be. We basically just have the rules of be respectful towards everybody, and that's about it. That's the one rule. So if you can follow that, then I think we'll get along just fine. I do have some other stuff that I think I have planned coming up. Since we've been doing some other things on the live streams, I might have a video up about Callisto Protocol. I'm not entirely sure if I want to have like a discussion video about that one, because that one was an interesting game that did not turn out the way that I thought it would. So I might have something like that. I would still like to do a Silent Hill discussion video, since I was able to play through them in October and they were really interesting, and I would really like to go over them and my thoughts on them, because I'd never played those games before and they were not what I was expecting. They were a lot better than what I was expecting, which is really, really cool. Let's see, there should be some upcoming content about Darktide as well. I've been playing that quite a bit and leveling up some of the characters. I know a lot of you guys have been really interested in Darktide and just like Warhammer 40k in general. I know basically nothing about 40k, but I think the world is really cool and the game is really cool, so I will probably be doing stuff on that. I have an Elden Ring video that I plan on making too once I have played a bit more of that with our particular build that we're trying in this one. I don't want to spoil too much. I'm sure anybody who's tuned into the streams kind of knows what's going on, or anybody who's seen the titles of the previous streams kind of knows what's going on there. I might be incorporating more games into the channel as well. I don't know. They're probably still going to be largely co-op games, because I find those to be super fun, and it's really fun to interact with you guys with them. Maybe some PvP games, I'm not entirely sure about that, and we're still going to be keeping things like Deep Rock up on the channel like all the time. Yeah, just thank you guys so very much once again. I know I've been saying that a lot and it might be getting annoying now, so I'm only going to say it probably like a dozen more times or so by the end of this video. Yeah, I want to thank you guys so very much for like genuinely changing my life for the better. Which is, again, still kind of a weird thing to wrap my head around. It's such an awesome feeling and such an awesome, I guess, job to do, to just hang out here and talk to you guys and discuss things that we're interested in, and make these fun videos that might be about the weird things that we find out in the games, or funny stuff that happens, or things like the discussion videos or challenge videos or something that I think are just kind of fun little things to incorporate into the community. So again, I want to thank you guys so very much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of the year, since we're approaching the end of it. And if you haven't had such a great year, I certainly hope that it gets better for you. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks again, everybody. Really appreciate it. Bye-bye. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Take care and rock and stone, everyone. I still can't do the rock and stone emote because the camera won't see it, but rock and stone, everyone.